born again. And unfortunately that term has been used so much it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything to me. Born again, fine, whatever. I mean, certainly to some measure. But we're talking about being born again into sonship, into the reality of the sons of God. And it involves a complete shift or paradigm of how you have thought, of how you have viewed your reality, how you have viewed yourself, how you have viewed the Lord, what's possible, what's not possible. We're talking about a complete rewiring. If you can imagine opening up a TV cabinet, you go back and you say, you know what, I got to pull all these wires out because this isn't going to work. In the day of the kingdom, I cannot bring the baggage of the church age, the baggage of what worked, and how I knew the Lord, and all of that. I can't bring that into the day of sonship, into the day of the kings and priests, of the day of spirit. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are starting to tune into a little buzzword of sonship and some interest in sons of God. But I tell you this, the soul will not inherit the kingdom. The soul will not make this transition. Churchianity, Christianity as you know it, will not make this transition. It is impossible. What's being required is a complete letting go. As you come into this, as God begins to speak to you about sonship, I know for Ann and I, we're constantly on our face. After so many years of walking in this and pursuing and hitting our head against the wall, I'm constantly on my knees before the Lord. There isn't almost one time that isn't, as I come before the Lord and wait upon Him, I can't think of one time that I'm not on my face before Him, emptying myself out. Because I know that the baggage of how I've thought, it cannot be carried into the day of the kingdom. God is doing something new. We've said that. Isaiah, some of these scriptures we've said so many times that they don't mean what they should mean to us. But God is doing something new. And if He's talking to you about sonship, if He's talking to you about the sons of God, then understand the change, the transition is far, far greater than you understand. And the requirements are far greater. We're talking about a complete letting go. We're talking about a new wineskin. We're not going to be able to bolster up the old, make it look nice, and figure that we can carry it into the kingdom. We cannot. I bless you as you live your life before Him on your face, that you empty yourself out. And that was what Christ did. He emptied Himself out. It's no different for us. But every day we do it. We empty ourselves out, lest we've sinned, lest we carry the baggage of yesterday forward. Do any of us sin? Yes, we all do. Do we stumble? Yes. Do Ann and I have this thing wired? We certainly do not. Do we stumble and fall? We certainly do. But we're on our face before Him. No flesh shall glory. The only destiny for the flesh is the completion of the work of the cross. But I bless you. I bless you if God has spoken to you about sonship and about the sons of God. Please understand what is at stake and what's being required. Thank you for listening.